course, Heinz here, the Sunglow albino iguana, came from my friend Tom Crutchfield, and an absolutely horrific thing happened a few days ago, and I needed to bring it to your guys' attention. Obviously, Tommy's down in South Florida. He's been around. He's a legend in the reptile business. Been around for 40 plus years doing reptiles. We visit him here on the vlog. You guys have seen his place before, and he has so many cool animals. Well, unfortunately, on Halloween night, someone actually broke into his place, actually broke all the locks off all of his enclosures, left the doors open so that the animals could just escape on their own. There are a couple animals that are missing, and even one that was killed, unfortunately. And I tell you what, this is unbelievable. I mean, when I heard the news, I was heartbroken because I just couldn't imagine that happening. And rather than hearing it from me and me telling you what I think happened, what do you say we get Tom on the phone and actually talk to him and find out exactly what happened? Hey Tom, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, Brian?
How are you? I just wanted to get it, from your mouth what exactly happened, and so that we can get the word out and try to figure out what we can do about this.
What happened was somebody came in here on Halloween night. The road in front of my house and the hedge on the side over there where the nursery is, people hunt chameleons up and down that road, usually 3 or 4 times a week. We kind of monitor them and we're up and watch them. They all know that we live here. Yeah. And certainly, these are not the most savory people that, in some cases, that you want even around you, but we can't stop them from going on the public road. The other neighbors don't like it any more than we do. For whatever reason, on Halloween night, people came in, we have a dog, but we had it locked up on the side, and they went out on the other side, and they broke off as many locks as they could, of as many cages as they could, and opened the doors wide. Not only broke them off, but opened the doors. Oh. And then we didn't even discover it. First of all, Halloween night, the low here was 68 degrees. The low temperature for about 30 minutes. By 10:30 that morning, it was probably 84 or 85 degrees. And that's when we actually discovered that they had torn and opened the doors. I looked down and I saw the doors off of a number of cages. And I was like, holy smokes. So we went running out there, and the big cages in the back, which the house, so one of them has a big pair of crocodile monitors. There's also 7 adults, like adult rhino iguana, some adult and adult back there, a big adult pair of Cubans, and 2 more big crocodile monitors, and a big white throat monitor. All of those cages were wide open, and we just expected the lizards to be all over the yard at best, or even in the neighbor's yard. So we immediately went to check the cages, and we were stunned. Big white throat monitor had his head laid on the door where it was open. None of them were out of the cage.
Really?
Except for Jim.
That's the croc monitor?
And Buddy, one little subadult rhino, but he was sitting in the sun right in front of his open cage door, and as soon as we walked up, he jumped back in his cage. Wow. This is weird, too. The blue tree monitor cage was left open, but we were only missing the female. So we looked all over for her. She's the one that had the babies that hatched out and just laid eggs again. We found her on the ground behind the croc monitor cages, dead. On her back. And what I think happened, because she was an imported wild one, and we never interacted with her or tried to socialize her. She'd tolerate us and eat food from our fingers, but if you try to touch her or pick her up, she would bite the snot out of you. Right. I think sure that one bit one of the perpetrators, and they slammed her and killed her.
Unbelievable, man. I can't believe it.
The croc monitor, I think they targeted the croc monitor and her because there are the egg layers and all that stuff, plus they took 5 red albino crimson iguanas.
Tom, I'm sick for you. I tell you what, it's absolutely crazy. Well, I'm going to do the best I can to get the word out. Now, you said there's a reward.
Yeah, there's several thousand. I think it's up to 2,500 already about. So.
All right. Well, I tell you what, you can tack $1,000 on that from me, okay? So get the word out. I'll put $1,000 of my money into reward for you if you find these people. And listen, hang in there. Anything I can do, reach out to me. I just want to hear from you what happened, and I'll be praying that everything.
I really appreciate it. We had never done this reward GoFund thing before, but Vanessa suggested that we do that, like with Richard Fife, because we all donated to that, of course. Sure. I wanted to help find those people. So she has one of those GoFundMe things on her page if anybody wanted to do that, because I feel like the more money that's out there a person will get, the more chance there is that somebody's going to count on somebody else. Absolutely.
Well, you can count on 1,000 for me as well then.
And you know what? We all need collectively to stop this kind of thing. You heard about the Tegu guys, right? People that live in Homestead. We're looking at them as suspects. They broke into Jesse Harden's place, which is north of here, and even used, they had never been to his property, but they used drones to scope out the property, find out what he had where. And they did the same thing to him that was done to us, and they opened all of his tagging cages and stole some cages.
I tell you what, I mean, it's unbelievable what's happened. I mean, you know, like I said, when I heard this, I was sick because I mean, I couldn't imagine what I'd feel like. So, you know, like I said, anything I can do, stay in there, and I'll get the word out on my end, and keep me posted, okay? And anything I can do to reach out to me. All right, Tom, thank you so much. So listen, Reptile Army, you heard it from Tom what happened. It's absolutely a tragedy. I mean, thankfully, it could have been so much worse, but there are some animals missing. We need to find those guys. Like he had said, there's a reward. I'm going to put a link in the description. Any information that you possibly can have. And again, this is what Reptile Army is all about, right? Joining together and trying to figure out things. I mean, if this has happened more than once in Florida, it shouldn't even happen one time. Not only animals being stolen and cages being opened so that they could get loose, but actually killing animals. I mean, these people need to be held responsible for what they do. I mean, I've said this a million times, you know, I worry about it all the time at the Reptarium. Now, we have cameras, we have alarm systems, the police station is a couple blocks away, so, you know, I think we're okay, but it still scares me. I mean, you know, like losing animals is different. I'd rather someone steal my money than my animals, because these animals mean more to me than any financial gain at all, you know, so I can really appreciate how hard it must be for Tom right now to have went through this and to have to see that some of his animals are missing, and that is just, it's unbelievable. So please, Reptile Army, if you know anything, or spread the word, you know, get the word out. Let's try to figure out who did this, bring them to justice, and hopefully Tommy can get all of his animals back. Unfortunately, obviously the blue tree monitor is dead and there's nothing we could do about that, but we can raise together as a community and we can actually make sure that he gets his animals back and that these people are held to justice. I mean, I am gutted. I am heartbroken. I cannot imagine how bad it must feel to have gone through what he's went through. And he's not the first person that this happened to. So anyone that's had anything like this happens knows what it feels like. So listen, Reptile Army, it's our time. Let's make this happen, and let's really do our best to try to help Tommy out. Now, listen, I wanted to get that out to you guys. I don't want the rest of the vlog to be a downer, so we can move on to other great things. As a matter of fact, here in a minute, I actually have someone coming by to drop off a really cool animal. So we'll keep the rest of the vlog upbeat and happy, but I really have to get the word out about what happened to Tom Crutchfield. And that animal happens to be this little monkey right here, which is really cool. Of course, it is a false water cobra right here. Now, I actually had a female I was raising up from before, and the same guy that actually produced her produced this little monkey right here and said, "Hey Brian, are you interested in another one?" And I said, "Of course I am." I mean, they're so cool. You know, when they're babies, they're typically a little less like flaring and stuff like that, especially if you can habituate them at this size. Although my sub-adult, to be totally honest with you, isn't bad. She'll flare out and stuff like that, but she's not like a bad animal by any sense. Again, these guys have some mild venom. I've never been bit by them or envenomated by them, so I don't know how I would react, but if it's anything like the mangroves, I don't have any real major reaction, and anyone I've ever known that's been bitten by them has never had anything serious. I'm sure some swelling, some localized swelling, stuff like that. Nevertheless, don't want to get people bit, to be totally honest with you, and I don't want to get bit, but you can see this one is super docile, and why they call them false water cobras, of course, is that they like to live kind of in the watery area. They're kind of a swampland animal, but also they have that neck flare just like a cobra, which is really cool to see a threat display from a non-front fanged lapid and see that in a rear fanged animal, and that's why they call them false water cobras, because again, to someone that didn't know, you would see this in the wild, of course you would think, oh my gosh, it's got to be a cobra, I better stay away from it, and that's that adaptation that they have for a defense mechanism, which is pretty cool. Even hognose will do that to some extent, right? Just not as severe as the false water cobra. So pretty cool to add this little monkey. He is absolutely cute as a button. And this happens to be the yearling that's going to get paired up with that animal, and you can see the kind of difference that they go through as far as their color change as they get bigger. This is almost like a hypo-ish animal, and there actually are hypo false water cobras, and there's even lavender false water cobras, which are really cool. I don't really understand the genetics behind the hypo yet, because some people say it's recessive, some people say it's incomplete dominant, some people even say that it's polymorphic, so I'm not 100% sure, but look at this, look at this. See that right there? That's what I'm talking about, that flaring effect. where it's just kind of like, don't muck with me. And it really does look like a cobra, doesn't it? That is just absolutely amazing to see something like that. Fortunately, this is a really docile animal too, so I've never had any issues with handling this one either, but they are so cool and they can get really large. I mean, this animal one day can be like 7 foot long and they'll have like 25 eggs. I mean, they are definitely a heavy producing animal, so I'm excited about working with these more in the future. Now I have 2 of them, which is really, really cool, and I can't wait to get more, to be totally honest with you. I'd really like to get those lavenders because they are absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, so there it is. See, cool things are happening, getting new snakes all the time. As a matter of fact, I've been on a reptile collecting spree lately. I've gotten more reptiles in the last month than I've gotten in a long time. I may have to slow down a little bit because after all, I do only have so much space until the expansion.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know, I know that you're working or whatever, but I just want to let you know that in Daisy's enclosure, there's a big urate, and just wanted to let you know so that you can clean that in the future, because just a big urate that I thought you should clean.
I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It means so much.
Just a big urate right there.
I'll get right on it.
Yeah, I'll get on that. I don't know, it's pretty juicy. I think that maybe we can use it for, like, remember frozen lemonade cans as a kid? Your parents ever get you one of those?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, maybe we can do like a little Daisy urate lemonade.
Wow. This got some good weight. We can throw this.
Oh god. Oh my god, don't touch me. Just hike it.
Hurry.
Oh!
You caught part of it.
I caught it. Oh, somebody's gotta pick this up.
I mentioned the other day that Tyson, the albino box turtle, that is absolutely such a cutie. I tell you what, I love this animal so much. We had to weigh him, obviously, to start really keeping track of what kind of, growth he has. He is actually 8 grams right now. That's right, 8 grams. That is definitely small, but now we can kind of keep track. What we'll do is we'll weigh him once a week and hopefully start to see growth, right? So hopefully next week he'll be 9 or 10 grams, and then we know he's going in the right direction. If for some reason he stays at 8 grams, we've got to increase the food. If for some reason he's growing too fast, we might want to reduce the food, but the only way to really know, not with like the sight test, is to actually do it, with a gram scale. So he is 8 grams and he is the cutest thing ever. I tell you what, look at that little monkey. He's just sitting up on both his front legs. I mean, I love this animal so much. I don't even know what's happening.
Ah! It pissed on my face!
I told you.
Were you holding a roach in your mouth?
Not a roach, there's a mealworm.
Did it take it?
No.
Didn't take
No,
it?
it shoved his face too close.
He scared him, that big old mug of yours.
I know. Hold on, I'm gonna get him. Don't worry. See, look it. Mike, you get the shot? Get the shot, Mike. Get the shot. Get the shot, Mike. Get the shot, Mike. Get the shot. Get the shot, Mike.
Oh,
That was sick.
he did it. That is great. I can't believe that actually worked. What do these guys do? You know what I mean?
We have fun. We have the best job in the world.
Again, guys, as the Reptile Army, we've got to do our best we can do to make sure that all animals are being protected. So I hope that you'll help us out on it. I do appreciate you guys. If you don't mind, could you do me another favor? Hit that subscription button over here. Turn your post notifications on. Have an absolutely wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.